beginning. There was no earth, no sea, no sun, no stars, only the void. And within it, a single will. Eru Iluvatar, Eru, the One. From his thought came the Ainur, the Holy Ones, primordial spirits radiant and powerful, each one a spark of his infinite mind. And to each, he gave a gift, music. Iluvatar taught them to sing, and together they composed a music that wove the very essence of being, a melody that held all things within it, mountains, oceans, life, destiny. But among them one spirit rose in pride and ambition, the greatest of the Ainur. His name was Melkor. He sought to create for himself, not as a servant of the One, but as lord of his own flame. He wove dissonance into the music, notes of arrogance, chords of chaos, and the harmony trembled. But Iluvatar was not overthrown, for from each dissonant thread he wove a deeper harmony, more powerful, more sorrowful, more beautiful. And then he showed them what they had made, not just sound, but vision, a glimpse of the world to come, Arda. And what had been music and what had been vision became real. Thus the world began, not with swords, not with fire, but with an eternal song. From the echoes of the great music, a world was born, Arda, a place of stone, sky, sea, waiting to be shaped. And so the Valar descended, the most powerful of the Ainur, to shape the world. Among them, Manwë, Lord of the Winds, Varda, Queen of the Stars, Olli the Smith, Yavanna, Giver of Fruits, and Ulmo, Lord of the Seas. They built mountains, shaped valleys, filled the seas. They raised the first light in the world when not sun or moon, but the two lamps, Iluin and Ormel. But Melkor returned, and with him the poison of pride and destruction. He envied the beauty they made, and in rage he struck down the lamps and plunged Arda into darkness. Thus the world was broken, and the Valar fled to the west. There they built a sanctuary, Valinor, in the land of Aman, in the heart of Valinor. They created a new light, the two trees, silver and gold, Telperion and Laurelin. But Melkor watched, waiting, always waiting. Long after the lamps were shattered, under starlight alone, the firstborn children of Iluvatar awoke. By the quiet shores of Cuiviénen, under the gaze of the stars, the elves opened their eyes. But even in their first breaths of wonder, a shadow moved. Melkor knew of their coming, and he came. He whispered lies. He kidnapped the innocent, twisting them into monsters and the first orcs. The Valar, hearing the cries of the world, could remain silent no longer. They waged war upon Utumno, Melkor's fortress in the north, a citadel of ice, iron, and nightmares. And thus began the War of the Powers. The earth split, seas rose, mountains fell. At last Melkor was captured and bound in unbreakable chains, and the world was quiet again. The elves were found and offered a choice: to journey west to Valinor, the Blessed Realm, or remain in Middle-earth. And so began the great sundering of the elves and the first steps of their eternal destiny.